Look how easy it is to move it around. Look, left, right, forward, backwards, down, up, down, turn. It's so easy to fly, it's unbelievable. Prices finally came down enough to be able to be worth buying a drone these days. I remember when they first showed up and they were costing a lot of money. Couldn't afford one. So this is the Henlet drone, and I am very surprised of how much you get for the price that you pay for. If I hit myself with it in the face, it's me, because it does exactly what I tell it to do. Forward, backwards, left, right. It flies so nice. I'm telling you guys, if you want one of these, get it. I guarantee you fun. I guarantee you fun. So this is the drone itself. It comes folded into the box, and then you will be able to unfold it. The propellers are attached directly to the motor and they're exposed. So the first warning that I have to give you, you don't want to hit anything with the propellers because you will damage them. You want to fly this drone into a wide open space like I am right now in. It has a pretty good and pretty decent camera on it. So when I say that, I mean this is not a GoPro, but it is pretty decent. Doesn't have any stabilization, but once it's up there and it's not too windy, the video quality is pretty good. What you need to know is that even though it can stream directly to your phone, it cannot be really smooth doing that. But it has a memory card over here, so you could insert a memory card. With the memory card, it's a lot smoother because it records directly to the memory card and you could pull that information out on your computer. So if you want to record anything from the video camera that is built on it, you will have to use the memory card as far as that goes. This is not built for children, even though children can play with it, but it requires supervision from an adult. It comes with two batteries. They have a power button here in the back, and then the batteries insert to the drone. And how you turn it on? You push once, you let go, you push and hold, and then the camera comes on. So that's the trick. Press, let go, press and hold, and the camera comes on. It comes with a cable and you could charge them via a USB-C. So these take about 3 hours to charge, so you're gonna need to charge them in the box once you get them. Also comes with a controller, and the controller is actually quite important. So it has two big antennas and a phone holder over here. You could download an app. You're gonna need the app, and then you're gonna install the app on your phone, and you'll be surprised to see how easy it is to connect to the drone, keep the connection running, and then stream everything directly to your phone. Now you have options on the phone, things that you could modify to the drone, but also the controller is really good because you could control the drone much better with the controller. As far as the features goes, there are 4 buttons over here, and each one has its own purpose, and there's 2 buttons that are really cool. So this one is a landing button. If you press and hold when the drone is in GPS mode, it lands automatically to where you take off from. So for basic users that don't know exactly what they're doing, this button is really nice. This button is one of my favorites, this bottom over here. So you know when you're driving your drone and you're facing forward, and then you're really up there and you can't really see your drone anymore, and you're pushing to go forward, and then you don't see the drone, you could go backwards, you could go in all kinds of directions. But what this button does, when you press and hold, it copies the direction that the drone got up from, and then it will always go left and right, doesn't matter which way the direction the drone is facing. So it's a really cool feature. You have a screen. On the screen you have all kinds of information as far as the battery, the speed, and other things that the drone can do. So the screen is really nice on this controller. Also you have a GPS mode or a house mode. So in the house mode, it eliminates the GPS system, so the drone kind of like drifts wherever you send it to, where in GPS mode it copies all the satellites and it will try to stay locally based on the GPS signal. So it will always reach the GPS signal, and the drone just hovers basically over there. So this is a really nice button. And this is a calibration button that you have over here. So every time you start the drone, it's recommended to have it calibrated. How do you calibrate it? You just spin with it a couple of times in your hand. It gives you instructions on the phone screen. Why is important? Because the drone needs to know where it is. So before you start flying, just do the calibration. It will fly a lot better. The remote is also rechargeable, so it has a USB-C rechargeable, and then you get a really good manual. It's written in plain English, very easy to understand. All the things that I've taught you over here are in this manual. It takes you about 10 minutes to read it, and then you'll know all the things that you need to know as far as this drone goes. You get a little baggie with extra propellers, a little screwdriver, so in case you crash in the beginning, then you could have extra propellers to replace on the drone. But with all that being said, let me show you all the things that I've learned how to fly it so far. So here we go. It's gonna be a little bit of a less commentary and more like this drone in action. So we're gonna turn the drone on. As I said, push, let go, push and hold. There it is. I turned the controller on, and now I am starting my app. Get started and go fly. Okay, so recommendation, do the calibration. So let's do a quick calibration on it. That was the calibration dance, and after you spin a couple of times, get yourself out of the dizzy mode, and then you're ready to fly. Now you'll see the drone hovers by itself, so I'm gonna push this button, take off, and then it will just get up and just stay there. It's as simple as that. Also, I'm gonna check to make sure that my memory card is clean. So memory card is clean, it's ready to record. So right now, if I'm gonna push this button over here on the side or here on the screen, it will start recording on the memory card. As I said, the drone is really easy to control, so back, forward, turns. You can bring it close to you, and it just sits there and hovers. So it sits there and then it records, and there I am talking to you in the camera. As far as the, I told you one of the functions that I like a lot is this function over here. So what this does, it puts the drone into mode where left is right, right is left. But then if I turn it around, it still keeps exactly the same direction. So once I'm facing a certain direction, I don't have to switch my brain into controlling the drone if I cannot see it. You could also adjust the camera, so you could go up or down with the camera. So you could pull this button and then the camera goes up and down, and it could go up a lot. So right now I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna raise it to its maximum height to see how cool you could see things from there, because it's still recording. 2 minutes now. The camera is out of the focus for the drone. The drone is like somewhere up there. It's going up, and I'm not worried that something is gonna happen because I know I could always push a button to bring it back down. So, but I'm going as high as I can right now. I cannot even see it anymore. Goes about 120 meters, so there it is. That's the maximum. Oh no, it's still going. Height 105. You have the height over here 110, 112, 115, 118, and it said high limited, so it's somewhere up there. I cannot even see it. And then I could adjust the camera. And then I could give you a panoramic view of Las Vegas. It's really fun. So I'm running it for maybe 15 minutes now with video recording and everything, and with absolutely no problem. It just sits and hovers around and does all the things that it wants to do. App is really nice. It has a GPS geolocator, so if the camera gets lost, it remembers the last place where it was, and then you could just click on that and it will show you here on the map where you are, where the drone is. It can go up to 120 meters up and 500 feet that way. So it knows how to come back in case the battery gets low. Right now I'm running the battery at 7.4 volts, is in yellow. I'm curious to see how long it's gonna stay over there. But it theoretically should land by itself. So it's specifically designed that way that if the battery runs really low and you're overdoing it, it will know how to land by itself safely, and it will send you the GPS location so you could go and find it and retrieve it. The battery is still in yellow. Right now just went to red. It said return home. So right now it's doing its own thing.
Stop, return home.
So it just literally landed because the battery was too low. That's amazing. Now one of the things that are a little bit hard is taking the batteries out. It's good to have a key or some screwdriver with you. You have to push really, really hard on this thing and pull it out. So taking the batteries out, it's meant that way so you don't drop the battery in flight. This one has to click, so it has to make the click. And again, it took me a while when I took it out of the box to discover press, let go, press and hold, and it comes on. There you go.